Grayson is at the bottom of that rock. So it's Tom Gordon, recipient of that one. Signed from Glasgow Warriors over the summer. Tired of sitting behind Rory Darge in the flanker pecking order and now looking to make moves in the Premiership. To the open side they come, this Blameyer, who Steve Diamond reckons is the best hooker in the Premiership. Looking for England honours yet again, as too is Radwan, who beats one, beats two, and hauled down 10 metres out. Inroads again from Falcons, who are bang up for this one. The early signs auspicious. Blameyer gets the offload away, it sticks, and Falcons will strike first at the stoop. Tearing up the form book and hurling it into London skies. It's a score for John Hawkins. And how about that?
Well, maybe the man on the music thought it'd be Quins that would score first.
It's what you get if you play for Steve Diamond. Opportunity. If you're good enough, you're old enough, he said in the week when discussing the young scrum half.
Well, certainly, first three passes that he's given have been sharp, on the money.
Well, that is on the money, right off the left hand of Arnold and onto Ollie Fletcher, who is a live wire. And speaking of live wires, Davis finds Gordon, who's carrying one-handed, gets the offload onto Arnold. Here now Stevenson into Harlequins territory for the first time in an age. Some mesmeric stuff there from Falcons. They've not given up on a second score just yet. They've not given up on this game just yet, as the quartered waves part and overdives Ben Redshaw. Northern grit and diamond cut belligerence. Falcons won't go away.
Well, they stuck with it, Newcastle. They haven't gone away, as you say. Ben Redshaw.
Stuart again's committed. Ethan Grayson screaming for it to go wide. They've got the penalty. Can they force the try? Philip van der Waalt sucking in white jerseys. The forwards again rumble towards the line. Right under the crossbar. Stuart digging it out, sniping and reaching. Still not quite. There's Chick fighting. Can't get over the top of the bodies. They're honeypotting around that ball. Chick gets up, goes again. Van der Waalt has a shot, stretches, and Luke Pearce wants another look at this.
Definitely knocking on. Sure. Okay, I did check because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, from first viewing there, that looked like a double movement, but we'll see it again. They have got a penalty anyway. Absolutely relentless. We said they had to be tough. We said they had to go hard at it. See here, he stopped. I think that's.
Gloucester tries those 26 points in the first 40. All we have to show. De Chavez takes for Newcastle. Nobody wants to be nil. No team wants the ignominy of a shutout on Gallagher Premiership duty. Blameyer lays it back for young Joe Davis, the scrum half fresh off the bench. Arnold sets it up. Blameyer saw space around the fringes, shoveled it back to Davis. Connor Doherty fancies a rumble. Davis, the 18-year-old. Rubiolo, good hit coming in from Knight. Davis. Luan de Bruin, big South African prop, formerly of Leicester and Edinburgh and the Cheetahs. Conan, flat pass to Hurl. Davis. Fletcher, double shots, cherry and white sandwich. Matthias Alemano dishing out the pain. De Bruin, another two-man hit. Don Waldock will be loving this. Stevenson, Chick has to throw the dummy. Nobody outside him within passing distance. Fletcher. Oh, he's got rid of a couple, Ollie Fletcher. Here's the pass, here's the supports, and Jamie Blameyer has 3 in 2 games. Newcastle finally have a try.
Yeah, you've got to credit them for sticking at it. Wasn't much width on it, but...
Willis and McFarland ordered off it for Saracens. Here's Blameyer, deceptively strong.
No, Fraser, you went off your feet, come out. Ball's trapped under black bodies.
Richard Palfreman waiting. Philip van der Waalt too. Got to lift some heavy old quadriceps out of the way. Murray McCallum has to take evasive action.
Use it!
And eventually Newcastle can play and burrow through Palfreman. Stuart digging it out. Saracens have infringed. Free shot for the Falcons.
Penalty advantage.
Again, it's very deliberate from Newcastle. Philip Farnavalts tucks and runs. Stuart flinging it out. Conan jinking. What an angle from Herald! An angle sharp enough to cut diamonds. And certainly sharp enough to slice open Saracens. We haven't seen this Newcastle for a while. And Alex Herald has a second try. Limbs of Adam Radwan have joined us from the bench. Not a bad replacement. Here's Lockwood. Hit 50 Falcons appearances in the Prem Cup. Check on the inside, and Stevenson piercing through, then got sidewalk slammed by Juan Martin Gonzalez. Arnold for Conan. Hutchinson. Great timing of the pass. Herald bursting through. What an introduction for Radwan! How long Kingston Park has waited for tries such as this, for freewheeling rugby such as that, and for more highlight reel moments from the Newcastle showstopper.
We know how good their set piece is, this bar side. If they can get territory, it's going to be a long night for Newcastle.
First opportunity for the Falcons to launch a few attacking punches, and Freddie Lockwood charges up the middle. Stuart with the hoist into the teeth of the northeast gale. Fucking Singh has coughed it up. Blameyer, what a touch from the hooker, and he's scoring already! Deftness to make Lionel Messi blush. The left instep of Jamie Blameyer, and the havoc of those howling northeast gusts.
Absolutely outstanding start from this Newcastle side. You can see exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull the wing.
Chavez. Stuart, former Harlequin, had a short spell there, making good ground here as well. Whipped away by Conan, Blameyer, and onwards now! Lockwood not far away. Chick assembling support.
Lots of numbers on the far side, Ali.
Quinn spotting it, trying to get enough bodies over into that position, but for the time being, Newcastle going straight and true through Palfreman. He's denied 1 metre away. Kieran McDonald has a crack. Stuart, now then. Nice work from Conan, threads it out, Radwan! Clinical execution in the end, tying in those defenders tight to the ruck and letting the speedster fly.
Well, it's just about preserving some space. That close, middle of the field, pick one way, take those guard defenders to the far side. That just opens up the wide.
Quinn's treating that 22 like their try line at the moment. Defence holding firm. McCallum. Newcastle just can't find that penetration. Lockwood. Stevenson again, he's popping up in all kinds of areas.
No, it's the rope now. Leave it. Ball's here.
Back to that open side, and every single one of the Falcons flooding back to that left-hand side. Here's Radwan. Chip goes to ground. Awful lot of phases all around this 22-metre line. 12 phases. And they haven't managed to break through yet. Driven forwards this time. Stevenson after it. Across comes Murray. Oh, via the post, into the end goal!
Has he scored?
Redshaw thinks he's got it. Murley's looking worried. Is this the moment for Newcastle?
There's a hell of an assist off the corner flag here. It takes all the power off the kick.
They just haven't wielded the momentum, the finishing touches to turn positions like this into points on the board often enough. Only scored 15 tries in 10 Prem matches coming into this one. Again, the ball's a bit loose at the base, but it's clean for Conan and Clark, and the disguise pass to Hurl. Stevenson's with him. Where's this Newcastle been all season? That is a first phase belter. The Falcons slicing Bristol asunder. Doesn't get much better than that.
Well, I'll tell you what, he might have been out in the wilderness for some time, but Max Clark, that is an incredible pass.
Just have a look for you.
Proper no-look pass.
Yeah, no worries.
Brilliant line break from Hurl. Good angle back against the grain.
Suddenly his team are 20 points down.
Well, I think he realises how close they've got in terms of their performance here, their ability to bounce back in the way they have.
Conan, Spencer's kick over the top for Stevenson. Oh, it's sumptuous. Newcastle showing us things they haven't shown us for a long time. Wonderfully constructed, stunningly finished.
There's still a bit to play for Newcastle if they can. And they run out of time basically, but
yeah, we're just having a look in the background.
looks like a nip away from Ashton Gate with 2 points. Good crossfield kick and pick up from Stevenson.
Away from Doherty, and then cannoning it off the chest of Will Rigg. Doherty picking up Max Clark, embarking on his first carry of the match. Davis gets the call from Blameyer to go blind. Yendel and Slade, two of the great Exeter stalwarts. Squeeze him onto the paddock. Conan. Doherty stepping inside Jenkins. He saw that 1v1 and he liked it. Important cover tackle from Maloney. Palfreman sees a little gap looming before him. Davis. Conan. Shit called on the inside. Forward pass given, but a wonderful steal. Stu Townsend, of all people, getting onto it. And Josefa Scott is bouldering away and finding Franco Molina. Beaten all three of the Argentina's rugby championship rivals this season. Springboks, All Blacks, Wallabies. Not a bad body of work.
Okay, and use it, please.
Townsend goes. These box kicks have been a source of great profit for Exeter Chiefs. Fisilao has scooped it up.
Off the Newcastle leg.
Obertino's done himself a mischief going after that ball, so Newcastle minus their fullback, but what a pick and what a moment. Steve Diamond's been talking them up for months, and Joe Davis repays the gaffer's faith. Predatory from the man making his Premiership starting debut.
Well, you asked Jamie what you'd look for on your first start, and a gift wrap present on the 13th minute.
Ball's been in play for 3 minutes. McCallum still on his feet, so too Doherty, and he did very well to get the ball away to Lockwood. He finds Stevenson.
Release! On his knees!
Oh, that's wonderful! McCallum gives it away! And the try will be scored by Blameyer. Talk about that Falcons front row.
I mentioned the fatigue creeping in among some of the big boys. It's the big boys that create the opportunity and finish it. Great.
Expect to see him being thumped up fairly shortly, therefore. They go long to Chick. Stuart, Conan. First surge from Doherty is a good one. Stuart to McCallum. Doherty again. And now Clark. Newcastle, his third club this season. Conan. McCallum. Oh, that's beautifully done. And the try will be scored by Doherty.
Wow, absolutely sensational hands from McCallum here in the middle. They pulled Saints from one side to the other, lots of traffic there, but he steps back. And
Fletcher immediately involved. Stuart. Neil sets things up again. Go the other way, Fletcher, oh, over the top and taken by Stevenson, scores! Falcons' first try-scoring bonus point here for over 2 years. And more importantly, they are slapped back in the middle of this game again.
Well, Fletcher stayed down, but brilliant play. What an impact he's made. Lamaya was an outstanding player for Falcons.
This season, beyond positions, beyond points, but it's been played as if both are heading towards the playoffs and battling it out together. Kept us all warm on a chilly night in the northeast. Smith tried to clip that one through. Oh, there might be more here. Pepper's away. He's being chased by Smith. Pepper will ease his way round under the posts. Do not turn your telly off for the next 5 minutes, because this match isn't done.
Ben Smith has made such a difference to this Northampton team tonight, but there have been a couple of mistakes, and this is crucial. Loves that little dab through, but this time it's spotted. Someone gets a foot in the way. The conversion's good.
Beautiful recreation ground lawn. Up it goes for Usher. Here's Blameyer. And hurl off his wing to Doherty. Splits them up the middle. Under the post he goes. Newcastle still alive, still kicking, refusing to go quietly into the West Country night.
Set play, brilliantly executed. Great finish, Doherty, but it's a yellow card, it's a sin bin. Bath, one man down.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a flat pass. Rise the tackle, comes up over his head, it looks far more serious than it actually was. It's got to be a bit smarter.
There you go. No worries.
And both these teams, if you're still joining us, still down to 14 men. Louis Brown sent off, Cam Redpath in the sin bin, and Doherty's in again! Coming into this match, Bath had conceded 6 first phase tries all season. Newcastle have done them twice, filleted them twice, and scored twice with the same player.
It's that into out.
Yeah, and I think that's an incredibly important area for any team. But when you've got someone like Tom Gordon, who is so adept at being able to make the right decisions in that area, that's the most important thing. Everyone can try and pilfer ball, but it's the decisions on when to go for it and when to leave it.
Cam kneeled up the middle. Stuart, Clark, Conan, slick handling, and Herrell slices Saracens open. Stuart tracking up the inside. Elliott hunts him down, but Stuart will score. And Newcastle again unleashing weaponry we haven't seen for a while.
What a response from Newcastle. Might be that man, Sam Stewart, that dots it down, but Alex Hell's line, the pace with which he hit that ball from Brett Connors, brilliant. Took pace off the ball, let the defender come to him, and then left the ball on his outside. Incredibly difficult.
And young Oscar Usher, who made his professional debut at Bath a couple of weekends back on. Here's Arnold. One more try for a bonus point for Newcastle. Had a couple of those in losing causes this season. Home to Northampton, away at Bristol Bears. Didn't quite get there against Bath last weekend. Davis for Arnold. Conan, smart dummy from Brett Conan. I told you, trying to reel him in. He's got Stevenson up the outside. Ben Stevenson puts down the hammers and gasses the cover. Newcastle have their bonus point.
That was exactly the point I was trying to make earlier on. Sammy Arnold just pulled the ball out of the back, which let the pressure valve off. The line speed is applying the pressure. That ball out the back puts Saracens in real difficulty. And then Brett Connon in behind just...
Taken in. Good choice, thank you.
Thomas Williams got the call, but he couldn't go direct to touch. Wade against Stevenson. Wade wins that one. Gutopsev throws it straight to Blameyer. He's got Stuart with him. Wonderful cover tackle. And then it's kicked forwards by Newcastle. And suddenly Singleton has stabbed it into acres of space. Obatiinbo, be too quick for the hooker. This is a harem-scarum start to this match. The ball's scarcely been out of play in 6 minutes. Numbers for Newcastle. Caught into Stevenson. Gas required. Callum Chick. Is this his fairy tale? Inside, outside. Crash bang wallop. Stuart going blind. Stevenson's in. A rip-roaring start in the northeast. Ben Stevenson, the Stockton Rocket, scores again. But the fingerprints of the leaving heroes, Chick and Blameyer, all over the opening try.
Yeah, so smart from Jamie Blameyer. And it was the speed up in the middle of Christian Wade and Tom Varndell. Elliot Daly at 13 as well, so don't worry about the fullback. Created more space for me.
You had the brains, mate. Here come Newcastle. Pepper. Swooping belter of a pass that is to Stevenson. Inside, outside, off he goes. Searing through the middle. Stevenson, what a run! And Davis is in. Scorching hot rugby from Newcastle. That's the Falcons' try of the season. And they've saved the best till last. Too little, too late? Maybe. Worth the wait? Absolutely.
And it's probably what we haven't seen enough of this year. Just individual brilliance. They've needed more.
Here comes Roy Spencer. Well marshalled by Charlie Clare. Here's young Oscar Usher. One of the promising batch of youngsters that Steve Diamond's hoping to rebuild this club with. Bounce for Louis Brown. Brown to Sammy Arnold. And the Falcons have a second. Wonderful bit of attacking play. And it's no less than they deserve.
Well, it's no less than that man deserves as well. He's been brilliant for Newcastle this afternoon. Turned 2 or 3 balls over at the breakdown. He's played the ball into space for those around him and carried hard. Sammy Arnold, the grateful recipient of a...
Assembles his bruisers at his back. Can Falcons get over the line? Blameyer squirming. Under a metre to go. Penalty advantage Newcastle. They won't need it. The try scored at last. At long, long last. And it looks very much like the Milestone man on his 150th. Callum Chick has breached that threshold.
Well, what a response that is. We heard Steve Diamond saying in the previous games they've stayed. Starts with this drill and the throw from Blameyer.
They've done the first part of the job. Off the top from Chick. Hutchison, route one, slipping tackles, sliding up to the line. Held just short, but penalty advantage. Might be more punishment coming.
That's a try.
But they're over, they've got the try. Newcastle finally have something, and Callum Chick, who else, is over.
It's a yellow card as well, I think, to Cowan Dickey. It was him that slid in and prevented the ball coming back. Did wonder whether they'd lost control of the ball as they went over the line. But I know
with every decision, with every passing minutes, Kingston Park grows in belief. The ebbs and the flows inside the stadium becoming palpable. Blameyer to the tail. Kingston Park cheers. And now it roars heave. And Newcastle rev the gas pedal. Twirling towards that line. They're almost there. They are. And just listen to this place. They can scarcely believe it. A double for Jamie Blamire. A 2-score lead for Newcastle. Is today the day?
And just when they needed it, just when they needed that man, Jamie Blamire hits his man, absolutely nails it. Yes, there wasn't...
Round 3. This time Newcastle do have a stable platform. Hutchinson, route 1 into his countryman Russell. Quick ball for Stuart, and Lockwood comes tumbling around the corner. Falcons within a metre. Stuart committed to the ruck, so the heavies swarm around the breakdown. Blamire, not quite, almost driven over. Palfreman digs a meaty forearm in there to excavate that rugby ball. Palfreman around the corner, held up on the line. Lockwood. What a blistering start in a freezing cold night in Newcastle. The Falcons have 2 tries in 8 minutes. They are taking it to the Gallagher Premiership's top dogs.
Yeah, we talked about skill execution before, and what's been outstanding whenever Newcastle have had the ball is their timing onto the ball. Is the pace and timing and power onto the ball. It's giving them that platform. I felt initially they should have gone for the...
Blamire's throw, just taken in by De Chavez. Blamire comes trundling off the back himself. Mata lassoes his quadriceps. Stuart on his own. Mata's up again and tackling again. Busy opening half hour from the Fijian number 8. Van der Vaart, it's loose, but backwards. Newcastle still just about clinging on to the pill. McDonald to Lockwood. Heavy Bears defence, marshalled by Jordan Crane, former Tigers number 8. Blamire again. Pick and jam from Callum Chick. 2 metres out. McDonald eyes the line. Van der Vaart will ride side saddle here. McDonald breaks. Bristol hold him. Adam Brocklebank, who's never scored a try for Newcastle. 137th attempt to do so today. Mata turns him onto his back. Penalty advantage to the Falcons. Chick will score. All that bludgeoning, all that patience from the Falcons, and they have something to show for their first half toil. Callum Chick touches down.
Well, we talked about Newcastle having the opportunities in that Bristol final third. It was well organised, very patient.
Blamire throws, De Chavez takes, Bristol choose not to compete. Newcastle get them all motoring nicely, working its way in field. Backs are in helping as well. Blamire inching towards the line, 1.5 meters in it. Blamire waits, can he ground that ball? Oh yes! And the Falcons coaches beside us clap their hands furiously in delight. Jamie Blamire, a Newcastle try scorer again, and they are rising from the ashes of a torrid opening 20. And in amongst all that, we'll throw in a quick apology for the foul language you might have heard over the referee's microphone.
Tell you what, if you fight Black Mambas, you can have whatever hairdo you want.
Van der Vaart has to fight that ball back down to Jamie Blamire.
Look right here.
Here is Blamire, in fact. It was Lockwood who made that carry. Be a big loss to Newcastle when he heads to join Adam Radwan at Leicester Tigers next season. He'll be Julian Montoya's replacement in the East Midlands, it seems. Stuart to the skies. Pepper against Lane again. Lane commanding catch.
Again, it's Max Pepper. Did brilliantly to just buy 1 second in holding Bristol up.
Burn. Oh, charged down by Max Clark. Will it hold up on the turf for his first Falcons try? It's fiendishly tight. The subs in the dry robes reckon he's got it.
Try. Let's just box it off, please.
I reckon he thinks he's got it as well.
On-field try, we're going to have a check. So we
Great
check the onside
pace.
first as well.
Yeah, please.
For Max Clark.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
They're going to check whether.
And this passage of play symptomatic of their troubles in converting pressure into 5-7 points and more. McDonald takes uncontested. Now they find some space down the short side, and plunging through against his former club is Cam Nield. What a torrid start to life in Newcastle he's had. Serious injury in pre-season against the Sharks, but he's come back to land a body blow on his old team here and drag Newcastle back within touching distance.
Yeah, I was about to say, the only way you felt they were going to score was by a sort of shift drive.
Minute and 15 left. Wilkinson, little teasing floater to Fletcher, and over to Yinbo, and Hurl. At last, some Falcons fluency. Ford puts his head in the spokes. Davis, front foot ball, Palfreman pinballing forwards. Nield has to throw the dummy, can't get that pass away quickly enough. Fletcher from a standing start. Davis, Wilkinson, Arnold still looking for soft shoulders, still trucking manfully on. Handed to Nield. Nye Thomas clings on, wraps up the ball. Davis, Palfreman, caught by John. Final 30 seconds now. Here's Lockwood. Arnold picks and jams. Thomas gets to him. The Chavez standing guards. Time is up. Callum Chick, the captain's last stand. The Chavez, shackled just short. Blind they go, over they go, and in they go. Richard Palfreman with the final act of the match does give Newcastle something to cling to, and their supporters something to shout about.
Yeah, and for the last 5 minutes they've put into this game, they deserve that. But you just feel, if we'd seen...
Exeter have conceded an eye-popping 7 maul tries this season. 2 of them up at Kingston Park in Newcastle. Gino Lamayo, the architect of their downfall that day, crabbing towards the touchline. Lamayo will have to play this. Off he trundles, cut down by Fisilao. Townsend hunting for the steal. Davis waits for the heavies to arrive. Lockwood, one of the heaviest.
No, let go, that's it. Well left.
Davis, Callum Chick moving towards the posts. What a boon it would be for the Falcons if they could convert this pressure into points. 1 in 5 of their 22 entries. Such a wasteful number, ending in tries in the league this season. Davis, Conan to Clark, and he's turboing through. He's walking wounded, Max Clark, but he roars like a lion as he punctures the Chiefs' defence. Newcastle have 2 tries.
It's patient, it's industrious, it's the grunt work. But just when the opportunity comes to go a little bit quick, Palfreman with the carry. Davis in there quickly, Molina again.
If you line up their big carriers and stop them dead, they don't have that extra bit of, or create opportunities. Might have one here though, just need to lower that though. Too high, ball too high. West's got in there.
Yeah, the Chavez's catch initially, switch quickly, and Arnold.
A tackle from Finn Smith on the big, hard carrying Arnold.
Neil gives it a go. Hawkins. To Chavez, maybe next in line. No, it was Arnold, and he switches it back, and Pepper stopped by Litchfield, but still the opportunity. This is how! And the Falcons have 3, and they've got a quarter of the match to rescue themselves.
Well, this isn't a gimme for Hurl. Really nice bit of interplay this time from Falcons, but watch, look at him, look at the gap.
Can they target that 3rd or 4th defender, softer shoulder?
The Chavez takes, this time it is the maul. It's in very promising shape. Over they go, try scored. And Cam Nield comes up with a payload. Goodness me, they've taken some heavy fire. But Newcastle Falcons showing their resistance.
Bind!
Oh, Falcons have gone quickly here. Callum Chick nose dives. He thinks he's grounded that. Jack Makepeace not in a position to award it. I wonder if we'll have another look at this. Saracens offside in any case. Neil has a shot. Brocklebank in there too. Right on the home team's whitewash. Itoje slowing things up, as Itoje has made a career out of doing. Total nuisance to the Falcons. Round they go, still held short. Stuart, Chick again. Saracens underneath him, but the try is awarded. It's Freddie Lockwood, in fact, who's done the damage, who struck the blow, and Newcastle have a second try to take with them into the break.
Well, lots of those picks and go were quite lateral, just allowing that Saracens are still in reverse. Difficult position for Mark McCall's men to defend from, right underneath their own posts.
Set!
More solid shape from Saracens. Newcastle have to play it. Stuart takes the space that's offered to him and bags himself a double. Clinically done from Newcastle's scrum half, and they have their third try.
We just darted off the back. It was brilliant from Sam Stewart. Sammy Arnold running straight on his outside shoulder.
Time on, let's go.
Byrne charging for the line. Leatherbarrow, and he's got it down. Ollie Leatherbarrow has the try for Newcastle.
Well, it's been well deserved. And it might be Leatherbarrow that dots the ball down, but